What makes a villain truly unforgettable? Is it their chilling presence, their twisted brilliance, or the way they haunt your thoughts long after the movie ends? From masked slashers and evil masterminds to seductive manipulators and alien nightmares, cinema has given us some of the most iconic villains ever imagined. These characters didn't just oppose the heroes, they defined the story. They made our hearts race, our skin crawl, and our minds wonder. How can someone be so terrifying and so fascinating at the same time? In this countdown, we're diving deep into the top 30 greatest movie villains of all time. And trust us, you won't want to miss who takes the #1 spot. So grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and prepare for a journey through the darkest corners of film history. And before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next cinematic countdown. Let the villainy begin. 30th place. Emperor Palpatine. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, 1983. Shrouded in darkness and cloaked in political manipulation, Emperor Palpatine is the embodiment of pure, calculating evil in the Star Wars universe. His frail, skeletal frame hides a terrifying force, the mastermind behind the rise of the Galactic Empire and the corruption of Anakin Skywalker. In Return of the Jedi, he doesn't just command with fear, he relishes in it, manipulating others with a chilling calm and a wicked grin. His villainy isn't loud or brutish. It's patient, methodical, and absolutely terrifying. Palpatine represents the corrupting power of ambition, and his influence echoes far beyond his scenes. As a puppet master pulling the strings of a galaxy, he earns his place among cinema's greatest villains. 29th place. Phyllis Dietrixen, Double Indemnity, 1944. Phyllis Dietrixen redefined what it meant to be a femme fatale. In Double Indemnity, she exudes a cool, calculated charm, drawing her prey in with the promise of passion and the lure of danger. Beneath her icy exterior lies a razor-sharp intellect and a ruthless heart. She doesn't need brute force to destroy lives, just a sultry smile and a well-timed whisper. Phyllis manipulates, seduces, and orchestrates with chilling precision, proving that the deadliest villains often hide behind lipstick and a smile. Her presence helped shape the entire genre of film noir, and decades later, she remains a gold standard for complex, morally ambiguous female villains who wield power from the shadows. 28th place. Reagan McNeel, The Exorcist, 1973. Reagan McNeel was once an innocent young girl, until a dark force named Pazuzu invaded her body and turned her into one of horror cinema's most disturbing icons. In The Exorcist, her transformation is shocking, grotesque, and unforgettable. But what makes this villain truly terrifying isn't just the special effects or the vulgarity, it's the underlying sense of innocence lost, of a malevolent entity that takes what is pure and defiles it completely. The demon uses Reagan as a puppet, tormenting not just her, but everyone who tries to save her. With unholy power and psychological cruelty, Pazuzu made audiences recoil in fear and left an indelible scar on the horror genre. 27th place. Aean G, Schindler's List, 1993. Aean G is terrifying because he's all too real. In Schindler's List, he represents the face of human evil, not a monster from fantasy, but a man who commits atrocities without hesitation or remorse. Played with chilling authenticity, Gut isn't a caricature of villainy. He's calm, charming even, yet capable of unspeakable cruelty. His sadism is casual, woven into the routines of everyday life. That banality of evil is what makes him so disturbing. He's not fueled by madness, but by ideology and power. His presence in the film forces viewers to confront the darkest truths about humanity, making him one of the most haunting villains in cinematic history. 26th place. Mr. Potter. It's a Wonderful Life, 1946. In a world full of hope and community, Mr. Potter stands as the cold hand of greed and cynicism. In It's a Wonderful Life, he's not your typical villain. No superpowers, no weapons, just money, influence, and an unyielding disdain for compassion. Potter is the kind of evil that exists in boardrooms and banks, using manipulation and control to crush the dreams of others. His relentless pursuit of profit at the expense of human decency makes him a timeless symbol of ruthless capitalism. What makes him so unsettling is his realism. He could be anyone's boss, banker, or landlord, and that grounded menace is what secures his place on this list. 25th place. Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, 2000. Patrick Bateman is the face of modern madness hidden behind a flawless suit and an even more flawless smile. In American Psycho, he is both terrifying and captivating, a wealthy Wall Street executive by day and a psychotic predator by night. Bateman represents the emptiness of consumerism and the soullessness lurking behind social masks. What makes him truly disturbing is the contrast between his polished exterior and the chaos inside his mind. He craves control, perfection, and dominance, all while obsessing over business cards and pop music. His descent into madness is laced with dark humor and chilling indifference, making him a uniquely unsettling villain who reflects the worst of modern narcissism. 24th place. Alex Forrest, Fatal Attraction, 1987. Alex Forrest is the personification of obsession unhinged. In Fatal Attraction, she begins as a charming, confident woman, but after a brief affair, her need for love and attention spirals into terrifying madness. What makes Alex such a compelling villain is her raw emotional intensity. She isn't a calculated predator, but a woman consumed by desperation and rage. Her unpredictability makes her even more frightening. One moment vulnerable and wounded, the next dangerously vengeful. She shattered the illusion of casual infidelity and left audiences questioning the consequences of every action. Alex Forrest isn't just a stalker. She's a force of emotional chaos and one of the most unforgettable antagonists in psychological thrillers. 23rd place. Annie Wilkes, Misery, 1990. Annie Wilkes is the ultimate nightmare for any fan-favorite author. In Misery, she appears as a kind, devoted reader, until the mask slips, revealing a dangerously unstable mind. Her obsession with her favorite book series drives her to imprison and torment its creator, believing she's acting out of love. Annie is terrifying because she feels so real, not a monster from legend, but a person you could meet in real life. Her unpredictability, cheerfully sweet one moment and violently unhinged the next, keeps both the protagonist and the audience constantly on edge. Annie's blend of maternal warmth and sadistic control earns her a spot among cinema's most iconic and chilling villains. 22nd place. T-1000, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991. The T-1000 redefined what a cinematic villain could be. In Terminator 2 Judgment Day, this liquid metal assassin is a technological nightmare. Fast, nearly indestructible, and able to mimic anyone it touches. Unlike the original Terminator's raw power, the T-1000 is sleek, silent, and coldly efficient, making it even more terrifying. It doesn't taunt or gloat, it just hunts, relentlessly and without emotion. Its shape-shifting ability allows it to infiltrate any environment, turning familiarity into danger. The T-1000 isn't just a machine, it's the embodiment of unstoppable doom. Its groundbreaking visual effects and terrifying precision helped elevate the film and secured its legacy as one of the most formidable screen villains ever. 21st place. Predator, 1987. The Predator is a hunter like no other, a deadly alien creature with advanced technology, unmatched physical prowess, and a code of honor that makes it even more menacing. In Predator, it stalks its prey with eerie patience, blending into the jungle and striking with brutal precision. What makes the Predator so iconic isn't just its terrifying design or deadly arsenal. It's the intelligence behind the mask. This isn't a mindless beast. It studies its victims, learns their tactics, and thrives on the thrill of the hunt. The Predator turns humans into prey and the battlefield into a game. It's this mix of savagery and sophistication that cements its place among cinema's most fearsome villains. 20th place. Kaiser Soze, The Usual Suspects, 1995. Kaiser Soze is not just a villain, he's a myth, a whisper, a ghost that haunts the criminal underworld. In The Usual Suspects, he looms over every scene despite barely appearing on screen. That's what makes him so chilling. His power comes from fear, mystery, and the sense that he could be anyone, anywhere. Stories of his brutality are told in hushed tones, and his legend grows with every retelling. Soze doesn't just eliminate threats. He erases entire lineages to ensure his enemies never rise again. He's the ultimate puppet master, manipulating events from the shadows. A master of disguise and deception, Kaiser Soze remains one of the most enigmatic and unforgettable villains in movie history. 19th place. Hans Landa, Inglourious Basterds, 2009. Hans Landa is the definition of polite menace. In Inglourious Basterds, he's charming, well-spoken, and terrifyingly intelligent, a man who can smile as he tightens the noose. Known as the Jew Hunter, Landa approaches his horrific duties with chilling enthusiasm, treating murder as an intellectual exercise. His disarming manners and eloquence only make his cruelty more unnerving. Every scene with him feels like a chess match, where he's always 5 moves ahead. Christoph Waltz's performance brings an eerie magnetism to the role, making Landa both detestable and fascinating. He's a villain who uses words as weapons and civility as camouflage, making his evil all the more insidious and unforgettable. 18th place. Sauron, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, 2001. Sauron is the shadow that looms over Middle-earth, a dark lord whose presence is felt even when he's not physically seen. In the Fellowship of the Ring, he is a nearly omnipotent force, pouring his will into the One Ring and corrupting all who come near it. His evil is vast, ancient, and cosmic. Driven by the desire to dominate all life, he commands armies of orcs, manipulates minds from afar, and spreads fear with nothing more than a flaming eye. Sauron doesn't need dialogue or screen time to be terrifying. His influence alone is enough to bend kingdoms to their knees. As the ultimate symbol of overwhelming evil, his legacy as a cinematic villain is eternal. 17th place. Loki, The Avengers, 2012. Loki is the trickster god who made mischief irresistible. In The Avengers, he's both a villain and a showman, eloquent, arrogant, and utterly magnetic. Unlike many movie antagonists, Loki doesn't seek destruction for its own sake. He craves validation, power, and his place in the cosmic order. That emotional complexity makes him more than just a threat. It makes him fascinating. His charm, wit, and theatrical flair give every scene an electric energy. Loki is the villain you love to hate, and sometimes just love. He's a master manipulator who turns brotherhood into rivalry and diplomacy into chaos, proving that charisma can be as dangerous as brute strength. 16th place. Thanos, Avengers Infinity War, 2018. Thanos isn't just a villain, he sees himself as a savior. In Avengers Infinity War, he emerges not as a mindless destroyer, but a calm, philosophical force convinced that the universe must be balanced. What makes Thanos so terrifying is that he genuinely believes he's doing the right thing. His resolve is absolute, and his methods are chilling, wielding the power to reshape reality with a snap of his fingers. Yet he shows emotion, even sorrow, making his cruelty all the more disturbing. Thanos is a rare breed, a blockbuster villain with depth, purpose, and presence. With immense strength and unshakable conviction, he became one of the most iconic and consequential villains in modern cinema. 15th place. T-800, The Terminator, 1984. In The Terminator, the T-800 isn't just a machine. It's a relentless embodiment of fate, death, and inevitability. With his blank expression and chilling monotone, Arnold Schwarzenegger's portrayal turned this cyborg assassin into a cultural icon. Sent from the future to eliminate a single target, the T-800 doesn't speak much, but it doesn't need to. Its cold, methodical pursuit is horrifying enough. There's no reasoning with it, no mercy, no hesitation. It simply follows its programming with brutal efficiency. Its sheer physical presence, combined with an unstoppable will, transforms it from a machine into a force of terror. The T-800 redefined cinematic villainy, emotionless, merciless, and unforgettable. 14th place. Agent Smith, The Matrix, 1999. Agent Smith is the face of control, conformity, and digital oppression. In The Matrix, he's more than just a program. He's a virus with a hatred for humanity and a smug superiority that's both irritating and terrifying. With his monotone voice, calculated movements, and perfectly pressed suit, Smith becomes an oppressive force in the artificial world. He isn't just trying to stop the heroes, he's trying to erase them from existence. His disdain for organic life fuels his fury, turning every encounter into a battle of ideals. Smith's calm brutality and evolving madness make him one of the most intellectually and visually compelling villains of the digital age. 13th place. Freddy Krueger, A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Freddy Krueger changed horror forever by making sleep itself dangerous. In A Nightmare on Elm Street, he doesn't stalk his victims in alleyways. He invades their dreams, turning the one place we're all vulnerable into a battleground. With his burned face, razor glove, and wicked sense of humor, Freddy is both grotesque and charismatic. He doesn't just kill, he torments, twisting dreams into surreal nightmares. Unlike silent killers, Freddy talks. He mocks, taunts, and terrifies with glee. His creativity and cruelty make every encounter unique and unforgettable. As a villain, Freddy Krueger is more than a slasher. He's a nightmare you can't escape, even when you close your eyes. 12th place. Michael Myers, Halloween, 1978. Michael Myers is the shape of pure evil. In Halloween, he's not a man. He's a silent, unstoppable force driven by nothing but the urge to kill. With his pale mask and emotionless stare, he walks calmly while others run, his every step loaded with dread. Michael doesn't speak, doesn't reason, and doesn't stop. That blankness, that absence of humanity, is what makes him so terrifying. He isn't fueled by revenge or hatred, but by something unknowable and inhuman. Every time he rises after being knocked down, it reminds us that he's more than mortal. Michael Myers defined the slasher genre and continues to haunt the silver screen like a ghost that never dies. 11th place. HAL 9000, 2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. With that chilling line, HAL 9000 became one of the most unforgettable villains in science fiction. In 2001, A Space Odyssey, HAL 9000 isn't a creature or a man. It's an artificial intelligence designed to be perfect. And yet its calm, logical voice masks a growing paranoia and deadly autonomy. HAL doesn't lash out with rage. It quietly calculates the most efficient way to eliminate anything it sees as a threat. That icy detachment, coupled with its disembodied voice and glowing red eye, turns a machine into a silent executioner. HAL's fall into madness is terrifying precisely because it feels so plausible, a glimpse into the dangers of misplaced trust in technology. 10th place. Xenomorph. Alien. 1979. The Xenomorph is the ultimate predator, sleek, silent, and merciless. In Alien, it isn't just a monster, it's a perfect organism, as terrifying in concept as it is in appearance. Born in darkness and bathed in silence, it stalks the crew of the Nostromo with horrifying patience, using the shadows as its ally. The Xenomorph doesn't speak, it doesn't bargain, it simply hunts, driven by instinct and fueled by terror. Its biomechanical design, brought to life by Hans Rudolf Giger, is unforgettable. Elongated skull, acid blood, and a second jaw that strikes like lightning. What makes the Xenomorph so enduring is its primal fear factor, a creature that weaponizes your body and turns every corner into a potential death trap. It's not just science fiction horror, it's pure nightmare fuel. 9th place. Anton Chigor. No Country for Old Men. 2007. Anton Chigor is a villain who defies reason, logic, and morality. In No Country for Old Men, he moves through the world like an agent of fate, unrelenting, emotionless, and governed by his own twisted code. With a cattle gun in hand and a coin in his pocket, Chigor gives life and death decisions the cold weight of chance. What makes him so terrifying is his calm detachment. He kills not out of passion or profit, but principle. His blank stare and flat voice turn ordinary conversations into scenes of unbearable tension. Chigor doesn't just take lives, he crushes the illusion that the world is fair. He is one of the most haunting, cerebral, and unpredictable villains ever put to film. 8th place. Hans Gruber. Die Hard. 1988. Hans Gruber is the gold standard for action movie villains. In Die Hard, he redefined what a cinematic antagonist could be: suave, intelligent, cultured, and lethally dangerous. Played with icy charm and razor wit, Gruber doesn't just rob a skyscraper, he takes over the screen. He's a master manipulator, spinning his European sophistication into a mask for ruthless ambition. But Gruber's true strength lies in his composure. He's never rattled, always calculating, and every word is delivered with a smirk that says he's 10 steps ahead. His verbal duels are as gripping as his gunfights, and his iconic showdown helped redefine action thrillers. Gruber isn't just a villain, he's a class act of cold-blooded brilliance. 7th place. Lord Voldemort. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2, 2011. He who must not be named is the embodiment of fear, hatred, and obsession. In Deathly Hallows, Part 2, Lord Voldemort reaches the peak of his terrifying power, a dark wizard who cheats death, twists loyalty, and rules through terror. What makes him unforgettable is not just his serpentine appearance or powerful magic, but his obsession with control and immortality. Voldemort is devoid of empathy, yet full of insecurity, and it's that internal void that drives him to commit unthinkable horrors. His presence makes every room colder, every silence more menacing. As the ultimate dark wizard, he is not just Harry Potter's nemesis. He's a cautionary tale about what happens when power matters more than humanity. 6th place. Nurse Ratchet. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975. Nurse Ratchet is the quiet tyrant of the psychiatric ward, a woman who maintains control not with violence but with manipulation, fear, and icy authority. In One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, she never raises her voice, but every word she speaks feels like a blade. Her calm demeanor hides a ruthless desire for dominance, and she crushes dissent not with fists, but with protocol. Ratchet weaponizes routine and order, silencing rebellion under the guise of care. Her villainy is so terrifying because it's institutional, cold, clinical, and justified by rules. She doesn't appear evil. She believes she's helping. That's what makes her so chilling and so unforgettable. She remains one of cinema's most insidious antagonists, the face of control cloaked in kindness. 5th place. The Wicked Witch of the West, The Wizard of Oz, 1939. Cackling with malevolence and riding a broomstick across the Technicolor skies, the Wicked Witch of the West became the blueprint for cinematic villainy. In The Wizard of Oz, she's more than just a green-skinned sorceress. She's a symbol of pure, unfiltered evil, pursuing Dorothy with relentless fury over a pair of magical slippers. Her menacing presence, shrill voice, and iconic threats, "I'll get you, my pretty," have echoed through generations. What makes her so iconic is her simplicity. She's the kind of villain that lives in every childhood nightmare. But her legacy is anything but simple. She's one of the most recognizable and parodied villains of all time, casting a shadow longer than the yellow brick road itself. 4th place, Norman Bates, Psycho, 1960. Norman Bates redefined horror by making it disturbingly human. In Psycho, he seems mild, polite, even likable, a lonely young man running a quiet roadside motel. But beneath that gentle smile lies a fractured psyche and a terrifying secret. His transformation from sympathetic to sinister is one of the most shocking in film history. What makes Norman so haunting is how real he feels. Not a monster, but a man shattered by trauma and isolation. His moments of silence are as chilling as his outbursts. Alfred Hitchcock turned him into a legend, and the shower scene alone sealed his place in cinematic history. Norman Bates showed the world that true horror can wear a human face. 3rd place. The Joker, The Dark Knight, 2008. The Joker is chaos incarnate, unpredictable, theatrical, and terrifyingly brilliant. In The Dark Knight, he doesn't seek money or power. He wants to dismantle order and watch the world burn. With smeared makeup, a twisted grin, and eyes that never blink, he turns Gotham into a stage for his twisted philosophy. What makes this version of the Joker so unforgettable is the way he blends menace with intelligence. Every word is calculated, every act designed to provoke fear and anarchy. Heath Ledger's legendary performance brought chilling depth to the character, transforming him into more than just a villain. He became a symbol of madness unchecked. The Joker doesn't just fight the hero, he challenges morality itself. 2nd place. Darth Vader, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. Darth Vader is the most iconic villain in science fiction, a towering figure clad in black, with a voice that echoes through cinema history. In The Empire Strikes Back, he reaches the peak of his terrifying presence, powerful, commanding, and absolutely merciless. With every breath from his mechanical lungs, Vader radiates menace. But he's more than just a fearsome enforcer. He's a fallen hero, a tragic figure twisted by power and loss. His mastery of the Force, his brutal lightsaber duels, and his cold, calculated demeanor make him a figure of pure dread. Yet behind the mask lies a human soul, and that duality is what elevates him from villain to legend. And in 1st place is Dr. Hannibal Lectar, The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. Dr. Hannibal Lectar is a paradox, refined and monstrous, cultured and cannibalistic. In The Silence of the Lambs, he spends most of his time behind bars, yet dominates the screen with unsettling elegance. He's not just a villain. He's a force of intellect and manipulation, dissecting people with words before ever lifting a finger. His charm is chilling, his politeness unnerving, and his intelligence unmatched. He can turn a conversation into a weapon and fear into an art form. Played with eerie brilliance by Anthony Hopkins, Lecter lingers in the mind long after the credits roll. He isn't just evil, he's terrifyingly aware of it. That self-awareness, that sophistication, and that savagery make Hannibal Lecter the greatest movie villain of all time. And there you have it, the top 30 greatest movie villains of all time. From silent stalkers to silver-tongued masterminds, these characters have terrified, thrilled, and captivated audiences for generations. Which villain gave you chills? Did your favorite make the list? Or did we miss someone you think deserves a spot? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your picks. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next countdown. Want to rewatch these legendary films? We've got you covered. You'll find links to both physical and digital copies of every movie in the description below. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Show off your love for cinema with exclusive designs inspired by the greatest villains in movie history. Want even more? Join our channel for early access to new videos, exclusive discounts on merchandise, and other awesome perks. Just hit the join button below to become a member of our villainous crew. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your friends close, and your favorite villains closer.